What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular, and today I've got another unboxing for you. Today I'm going to be unboxing the brand new K-pop album. So this is from RM, from BTS, and his second solo album here is called Right Place, Wrong Person. So he's released a few singles off of this before it came out. Come Back to Me is one, Lost is the other one. And it's been out on Spotify for a little bit now, so I've listened to the whole album. There's some really cool tracks. I wouldn't even call this a K-pop album. It just happens to be by RM from BTS, so that's why I kind of call it that. But it's really like a really interesting sort of hip hop, acid jazz, lo-fi, experimental kind of album. So very, very much not like BTS, very much just like RM himself. So yeah, very cool, very abstract at times, very jazzy, very kind of funky, some songs, very and experimental throughout. So it's a very interesting album. If you're into that sort of stuff, if any of those adjectives sound cool to you, then even if you aren't a fan of BTS or K-pop or anything, I would just give this album a try. It's very strange, and I think it will appeal to a wide array of music lovers. So I just wanted to unbox the kind of standard version of this, just so you can sort of see what it contains here. This is the B version. So there's 3 different versions of them. They're basically the same. They just have slightly different packaging. The actual, like, they have the same, they come with the same sort of stuff. It's just that the artwork's a little different, the photos are a little different, that sort of thing here. So I just kind of wanted to show you what is involved here. We can go ahead and open up the packaging here and see what all is included. So the outside has no stickers or anything on the outer packaging. It just comes shrink wrapped. So let me go ahead and open this up here. So a lot bigger than I was imagining as well. They usually post the dimensions with K-pop albums or like albums that Hybe puts out. They usually put the dimensions on there, but I rarely think to check the dimensions. So sometimes when I get a package, it ends up being a lot larger than I was anticipating. This one is about 10.5 inches wide. It's over a foot long. It's about 12.5 inches that way. It's only, probably less than an inch depth-wise, but yeah, so, I mean, it's over a foot long in this direction and nearly a foot long this way. It kind of is more, almost the size of a vinyl record. If you have any vinyl records or if you're familiar with how big a vinyl record is, it's almost that size. Vinyl record is basically 12 by 12. So this is essentially a very similar size. So here is the artwork on the outside, and it kind of is made to look like it's made of like plain cardboard that's been like drawn on with Sharpie, right? It's not actually drawn on with Sharpie, obviously, it's just printed on here, but it's designed to kind of look like somebody just like drew all this on kind of a basic piece of cardboard. And it is kind of cut on the diagonal here. So the 2 big insert, the photo books and everything kind of stick out. And then here is the track listing on the back. You do have a Comca sticker there, a UPC code, just kind of your basic stuff there. And the UPC kind of wraps around there. And the drawings sort of also kind of wrap around the sides as well. So there is a little, there's a little kind of flap here where you can open it, but it's also just open at the top. So I'm not exactly sure why you would use this bottom flap. I don't really know why this exists, because this whole top is just, it just comes off. So Yeah, but in case you need to flatten it out or you need to get in through the bottom, it does have a little hinged opening right there, but it is also just open on the top side as well. Let me put that to the side here, and let's take a look at the three. Oh my gosh. So there's a lot of stuff that's just kind of sitting in here, so just be careful when you take it out because a lot of this is not really secured in there. It's just kind of put in the middle of one of these booklets. So here is the CD itself. Just comes with a very plain kind of paper sleeve here with some interesting artwork on it. I like this where it's written where like all the letters kind of connect as it goes down. That's really neat. And then here is the CD itself. And then each version, the CD itself and some of the inserts kind of look slightly different. I think they all have kind of different coloring on the on that. One is kind of like black themed, and one's kind of white themed, and one's sort of like gray, kind of in between themed. This one is the B version. And this is cool too. It kind of gives a little bit of a sort of like hand stamped kind of look. So here are the two photo cards. I assume these are randomized. Probably. But yeah, kind of standard semi-gloss photo card. They're not matte, but they're also not like shiny. So they're kind of in the middle. So two photo cards. You get the album itself on CD. You get your little Weverse shop code. These usually only work in Korea. They typically don't work in the US because of some kind of album sales rules or something, but that code, you can sometimes scan that into the Weverse shop if you live outside of the US and fill out a survey or something. So here is I'm guessing it's like the credits booklet and the lyrics book. So again, these are all very large. These are almost a foot in both directions. This is kind of like a stapled little paper thing right here. It definitely feels like a zine. If you've ever held like a homemade magazine or something. That's kind of the vibe they're going for here. And it's on sort of, it feels like it's like slightly thicker than newspaper paper, but it's very like matte and sort of thin and kind of has that sort of like newspapery almost kind of feel. But you get all the lyrics to all the songs and all the credits and everything like that as well. So, oh, and then RM gets some little text here at the end where he gets to put in some thanks and things like that. Track list on the back. So yeah, this is the lyric book. And then here, oh, there's some more stuff in here. A bunch of stuff is just kind of stored right in here. So here are two postcards. So they have like postcard lines and a stamp spot on the back, but these are two full-size postcards, which are really cool. And then, let's see. Here, I believe, are some posters, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like there's a few posters kind of inside each other here. So this one is sort of a combination poster / photo book, I guess. Let's see. So the outer part of this is actually a glossy, big 4-panel poster. Again, this is on one side. RM at the what looks like a company holiday party or something. And then here's like a top-down photo with a bunch of like random people, with RM just kind of in the mix there. I kind of like the concept where it's just a bunch of sort of like normal everyday stuff, and then RM just happens to like be somebody, in the background or in the crowd or something. Like not necessarily the focal point of the photo, but just like kind of somebody who's there. I think that's a really cool kind of poignant thing. So that's a big kind of glossy 4-panel poster. And then I believe the rest of these are like essentially 2-panel posters. So and they're just kind of stacked inside of each other. So let me just show you that. So as you can see, basically each one of these is its own 2-panel matte poster, so it's not glossy like the outer one. These ones are matte, but they are full colored and they look pretty nice. She's tossing the bouquet, and there's RM kind of just chilling with the other groomspeople and stuff. Here's RM just sitting on the bench with a bird flying by. Looks like maybe he caught, or no, it looks like he's eating something, like a sandwich or something. Here's him DJing a party. Here's him playing. He has a real violin and then like a fake cello standing on the street, which is kind of funny. And just him sort of in the middle of a dinner party, having somebody feeding him some peas or something, it looks like. Just living his life, having a good time. Just him and a cat with a little cat mug. Hanging out on the couch. And then here's kind of an alternate version of that top-down group photo where he's like, looks like they're singing to something and he's like belting out a line. So yeah, that's really cool. I like those. So it's nice that you get like a big 4-panel poster and then you get a bunch of kind of smaller 2-panel ones. I think that's a really cool design, and it makes it a little bit compact because they all just kind of stack inside of each other. And then here is the photo book. So this is the actual kind of staple bound photo book. And again, these pictures will be a little bit different for each version. This is version B. I didn't see any of the versions before I picked version B. They sometimes have like little preview images, preview thumbnails of some of the photos, and I just kind of like the vibe of that one the best. So I picked that one. I'm not somebody who collects like every version of the same album. I only buy one version of each album. And if it's already been released, I'll watch some unboxings and try to pick the one that I think I kind of vibe with the most. And if it hasn't been released like this, if I'm pre-ordering it, I just kind of look at the preview images and the packaging, and I just pick whichever one kind of has a vibe that I like. So this one's kind of got, I like this photo of RM holding his giant cat towel. This one's kind of got a cool, like, urban, just like hanging out in the neighborhood kind of vibe. Posing at the street, hanging out with his friends, playing with chopsticks. And these are all like really thick, full color glossy pages as well. So the paper is like super high quality in here. Just him goofing around with his friends in the streets, climbing trees, hanging out in the city. This is a funny picture. I like the kind of mischievous nature he's got going on in a lot of these pictures. And this one spans the front and the back. So yeah, it's just kind of RM hanging out in town, doing his thing with his friends, just living his life, you know. So, just to kind of recap everything in here, some of the smaller inclusions are 2 photo cards, a Weaver Shop QR code that usually doesn't work in the US, but you get one. The album on CD. You get the 2 postcards. So those are kind of all the loose things here. I'm just going to kind of put them maybe in the middle of this for now. I think they were just inside one of these inserts before. So you get all that. You get this big 4-panel glossy poster and then a bunch of 2-panel matte posters inside. And then you get this paperback staple bound glossy photo book here. So all 3 of those things all live in this cool kind of cardboard slip sleeve here. Because of the way that this is, it might be a little bit tricky to get this back in. So you just want to be careful when you're putting this back in. Like I totally missed just now putting the poster thing in here. So let me go ahead and see if I can get that in there without messing anything up. There we go. Yep, and all that just sits in there in a very cool package. So thanks everybody for watching this. If you like this unboxing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. That would be awesome. If you collect BTS stuff, K-pop albums, HYBE artist stuff, I have playlists and unboxings for pretty much all those artists on my channel. Definitely check out my channel if you like any of that stuff. I'll have this video in a playlist with a ton of other BTS unboxings. Basically for a lot of their albums, DVDs, Blu-rays, stuff like that. I've unboxed on my channel, so if you're a fan of that, definitely just check out the playlist and watch a bunch of unboxing videos of RM, BTS, all the solo albums, everything like that. And yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite song is off of RM's new solo album, Right Place, Wrong Person. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you next time.